Hello, my friends, and welcome back to class. Here in GSC 120 or Concepts in Environmental Science Online. And I want to welcome you this week as we are going to learn more about a new phenomena we are going to experience as part of your learning journey this semester. And that phenomena focuses on the aquatic realm, as water scarcity and human impacts are a great way to learn about how the environment is impacted directly by us as humans. You see, water scarcity refers to the shortage of sufficient available water resources to meet the demands of water usage within a region. This issue is exacerbated by the factors such as population growth, climate change, pollution, and insufficient water use. The hydrosphere, which contains all of our water on our planet, ranging from water trapped deep beneath the Earth's crust in aquifers, also known as groundwater, or water that precipitates out of clouds when it rains and enters our drainage basins and watersheds, makes its way out to rivers, lakes, ponds, and even the open ocean. That hydrosphere is all impacted by pressures put on by humans. Human activities and natural processes lead to dramatic changes in water availability, but also water quality. And so we have to this week address not just water scarcity, but also the impacts that humans put on to the aquatic realm through not just managing and protecting our water resources, but also through conservation, being able to improve our infrastructure that interfaces with that of the aquatic realm, but also sustainable practices. Now, I propose a question to you all. Is it possible that humans are changing the chemistry of the ocean? Well, let's take a look at the evidence. Some of the evidence that can support our research question for the week is being able to take a look at our local Chesapeake Bay region along the Atlantic seaboard. Human-induced impacts such as agricultural and industrial runoffs have changed the environmental chemistry of the bay. Due to human impacts, the local cycles are currently in flux within the interaction between the biosphere and the hydrosphere as part of the Earth system. And with that flux, we start to see changes in local water bottoms becoming much more acidic. Noticeable increases in what we call dead zones arise because of this. And our goal this week is to learn more about that phenomena. From an environmental science perspective, a keystone species is a species that plays a critical and unique role in maintaining the structure, diversity, and functioning of an ecosystem. The presence and activities of a keystone species have a ripple effect within the environment, which influences the population and health of many other species it shares its ecosystem with. Their impact is so significant that the removal or decline of a keystone species can lead to dramatic changes, often resulting in the collapse or significant alteration of the local ecosystem. And an ecosystem is part of that broader biosphere that interacts with all of the other spheres that comprise of our Earth system. Now, I'd like to introduce you to a keystone species. Right here is one that is currently affected by human impacts on the environment. This is a purple sea urchin. It's a common species found along the eastern coastline of North America, as their biogeographic range, basically the extent that you can find occurrences of this purple sea urchin, has started to extend southwards from colder, more Arctic waters. And this gives us a very interesting phenomena to learn more about as for human impacts in the environment. Outside of their purple color, they have long, sharp spines, and these are used for protection from predators, but they are also predators themselves as they consume plant material and other invertebrates. Sea urchins, they make their shells out of a process called biomineralization, and they extract calcium and carbonate ions from seawater to form calcium carbonate, which builds their hard protective shells, also known as a test. And because of this characterization, we can actually group sea urchins with starfish on the family tree of life as part of the echinoderms. The cells that make up these tests are called sclerocytes. And in a sea urchin's body, they will also secrete calcium carbonate in a crystalline form, which gradually creates an intricate, strong structure of the shell along with their spines. This process is vital for their protection and survival in a marine environment. This specimen right here was scanned from a living purple sea urchin and placed in the California Academy of Sciences virtual database. But in this week's assignment, we are going to conduct an investigation that pulls concepts from the idea that humans have an impact on their local environment, and that impact can be reflected in that of the biosphere in an aquatic setting, as we will be investigating the life history of these sea urchins, which can be found in our local Chesapeake Bay waters, and that these sea urchins are impacted by what we call dead zones, along with other locations where human impacts have dramatically changed the oceans. We will essentially be able to explain how an ocean is slowly becoming more and more acidic due to human impacts, and will continue to do so in the future if we don't limit carbon dioxide emissions. You will also learn about how much more acidic the ocean can be and how does it affect the sea urchins, because it allows for less carbonate to become available for organisms that need to use it to form their skeletal structure and shells, like this sea urchin. Basically, you're just going to test specific variables as part of the phenomena and your relation to experimental design. And these specific effects are correlated to that of a more acidic ocean. And how does it impact the life history of these keystone species? If you have any questions about sea urchins, acidifying oceans, or need some advice on how to be able to work your way through the material this week, please reach out. You can get a hold of me through video chat. You may swing by my office or just send me an email. And I hope you have an excellent day on planet Earth.